Yes.
Before we get to board comment, Dominique, I'd like to see if there's any other public comment.
Good morning. My name is Mitch Novick. I reside at the Sherbrooke Hotel at 901 Collins Avenue. I hadn't planned on coming here to speak. I had a meeting at Public Works. But my concern has to do with the Cubist mosaic that's attached to the France edition. I'm wondering if there's been any conversation as to its importance, and I'd like to see it somehow preserved, whether that means relocated, but it's something I've appreciated for many years. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, if I may, we would voluntarily agree to study conserving it. Obviously, it's not going to be able to stay at the same site, but we'd study it and report back to the staff on board on that.
Okay, any other public comment?
Our beautiful red sidewalks. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle. Anybody else? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mitch Novick. I'm speaking as a resident of Miami Beach who resides at the Sherbrooke Hotel located at 901 Collins Avenue. On a side note, I'm chairman of the Miami-Dade County Historic Preservation Board and formerly served on this board for a total of 6 years and was chairman for 5. Based on my knowledge and experience in historic preservation, these are my conclusions. I oppose any further agreements with the Faina Group until the citizens of this community have their public art returned. The planning staff and this historic board failed miserably
Mitch.
by not taking any action.
I think what we are addressing is,
Please let me finish, and then
I think we are addressing, I'm going to
I'd like to
interrupt you
finish.
because,
Are you trying to silence me?
no.
Please let me
But I
finish.
just want to point to you that we are addressing,
I'm expressing my opposition to this proposal.
Okay.
Please let me continue.
okay.
I oppose any further agreements with the Faina Group until the citizens of this community have their public art returned. The planning staff and this historic board failed miserably by not taking any action, nor had the foresight to mention anything, not a single word, about the importance and relevance of renowned artist Jack Stewart's mid-century mosaic mural. This oversight now deprives the citizenry their right and ability to appreciate and study the importance of Stewart's masterful work, a right Miami Beach citizens have enjoyed for 58 years. Furthermore, this board, along with planning staff, must apologize to the citizens for not recognizing nor requiring Mr. Faina to preserve and reinstall the Stewart work within the boundaries of the historic district for which it was created. The Faina Art and Culture Center is the appropriate venue for the relocated Jack Stewart work. In closing, planning staff and this board bungled an opportunity which may deprive Miami Beach citizens their right of 58 years to study and appreciate Jack Stewart's Apollo murals. I hope you can
Thank
all
you.
find the wherewithal to make this huge wrong a right.
Thank you very much. Anybody else? Anybody else in the public want to comment?
Excuse me, a historic resources report that I prepared is being distributed.
Thank
you.
Anybody else wants to comment from the public side?
Now, let me, even though it is not germane to the subject, I do need to address the issue about the Jack Stewart mural. And I must say I am disappointed in Mr. Novick's comments, because we have had a lot of communication on this. And when it was brought to our attention, first of all, there was a certificate of appropriateness approved for the demolition of the very unsympathetic 1955 annex to the Versailles. Everyone agrees that that marred the original Roy France Tower. Happens to be that the mural sits on that, is attached or was attached to that annex. And so they had a legal right to demolish it, including demolishing the Jack Stewart mural. But Mitch called me and brought to my attention that this was what he believed an important mural, and we read and looked at all the information, and Alan Faena agrees that it is an important mural, and has told Mitch on more than one occasion, through me.
Hang on, I have to interrupt you because Am I the only person that seems to remember that this board did in
We
fact
discussed it. We
discuss
did
the mural,
discuss it.
and
Right.
Mr. Faena himself, with you next to him,
Correct.
agreed to find a relocation.
I recall
So
this.
the
And that it will be-
concept, the
it's-
concept that we
Yeah.
did not discuss it or consider it is a blatant lie.
We're-
Simple
we're-
as that, and it is
Correct.
on the record.
Herb, I will
Yes,
address
no,
this.
yes.
So
It wasn't an after the fact, and it wasn't
Herb.
something that we did not discuss.
But there have also been, I just want to know, so the public clearly understands, there have been multiple private assurances.
After that.
Alan, and what Alan has done is he has carefully deinstalled it, and he's storing it in a safe location, and he is going to reinstall it in an appropriate, prominent location that respects its importance as a MIMO
Is what
piece
he
of art.
stated in our
which
meeting
is what-
here,
right.
publicly.
And he has consistently stated, and he has told that to MDPL, I have told that to Mitch on more than one occasion, and that's what's going to happen.
I've got just one question. Will it be given to the public? I mean, not given, not physically, financially given, but given to the public sphere for view?
Well, I think it's clear that wherever it's going to be displayed will be a public place, where there can be wide public viewing.
Okay.
Because clearly that mural was designed in a way for public viewing.
Absolutely.
And so I think that there's no question that whatever the location is, it's going to be appropriate in terms of the architectural period, and it's going to be something that can be widely viewed by the public.
Are you
as
in
it
a
has
position to make a statement, I'm asking, on behalf of the Faena Arts District, that this mural, wherever it gets relocated, it will be within the Faena Arts District? Is that a statement you can make?
I don't know, Mr. Sosa, that I can say that, but I can say that it will be in a prominent location,
Within
and
the city of Miami Beach?
it is almost certain to be highly likely to be within the city of Miami Beach. You know, no final decision has been made. In fact, but Alan has heard not only from the preservation community, not only respects the art, has heard from the mayor as well, and intends to find a location within Miami Beach, either within the district or nearby.
Because part of it is based on, part of the relationship up here is based on trust, too.
Yeah.
And I hope, I mean, my intention was always that this would be on public, would be publicly accessible to the residents of Miami Beach.
Well, you can.
And I hope that is, and I have faith that that's.
You can be assured that there's a full commitment from Alan Faena that will be publicly accessible and viewable to the citizens of Miami Beach.
Can that be put in
In
writing?
Miami Beach, Neeson? I'd like to offer...
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor has the floor right now.
Well, I'm
Go
not
ahead.
finished. I just wanted to make.
I'd like to comment as far as what Herb said, and I recall vividly that we discussed this on this board at a meeting, but Mr. Faena himself said it would be saved.
You know,
Okay.
at the
You're
last...
not gonna- Let me finish. I let you finish, you're going to let me finish.
Please continue.
Okay? So for us to hear that we owe an apology to people, when in fact, we've considered the thing, we've heard from the developer, we've heard from the developer's representative that this mural would be saved. And to date, we are being told it is being saved and it will be displayed. We do not know yet which location. I don't think this board sitting here to be told to apologize will accept this kind of comment.
Thank you.
You have 30 seconds.
I'd like to offer a place for consideration where this mural could be reinstalled within the Collins Waterfront Historic District. On tomorrow's, or in tomorrow's agenda, is an item regarding the construction of a garage at 27th Street and Collins Avenue. This is an opportunity for you guys, the administration, to jump on this possibility and build this garage around the Stewart mural.
That's an idea very worthy of consideration.
Can I just suggest we take this in another form
Right.
at another time, because it's not this
I think you may
application?
be able, Mitch and Mr. Mayor, to discuss this and find an agreement.
All right, R9C, Mr. Clerk?
R9C is an update on the
Maria.
Miami Beach Convention Center project.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Commissioners. I'll give you a little bit of information. I'm sure you've heard a lot about the Versailles mural, or the Apollo mural, like we call it.
Yes.
We have had very preliminary discussions with Faena, and, regarding their donating the piece to the city of Miami Beach. We believe we have a great location for it, on the wall of the convention center, in front of the Fillmore, on that southeast corner, because that's going to be a block wall. So it would be a great place to put it if everyone would agree to that. We have photographs that we received from the contractor. Right now, the piece, it's been taken down from the building. It's in a safe place for now. But I think we have to find a place for all those pieces for the long term, because it'll be a couple of years before we can put it up on the convention center.
You need to store it somewhere.
Yeah, we'll have to find a place, and it shouldn't be moved around a lot, so
Ed's house.
you better have a big yard, because it's large. So we're going to visit.
Idea from the mayor.
So we're going to visit the site and take a look at it. I have a conservator lined up to look at it with us and give us an estimate of what this could cost. We're hoping that we can get funding from our Art and Public Places budget. I haven't presented it to the committee. I'd like to do that next Tuesday and try to get their support to do this, because we have some extra money in that budget that, could hopefully be used for this. So I think it could be a win-win if everybody agrees. We love the piece. We think it's really cool. And it'll go with the design, so.
Great.
And it's-
Hold it, Commissioner Whitehorn.
If you would please reach out to Mitch Novick, in particular from the preservation community. He's very passionate. And
Yes.
perhaps when you go to Art and Public Places, you might want to invite him to come along. He could speak his passion to the committee, and
Okay.
that might help us a lot. So that's
Next
my
Tuesday.
suggestion.
Yeah, they meet once a month, so they're meeting next Tuesday. That's when I was going to pitch it and show them the photos and
Commissioner
everything.
Yeah, but he also has the history of the
Okay.
artist and so forth.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
that would be great.
Everyone okay with it?
Yeah.
We give direction to Maria to,
Yeah, we'll
need a-
continue with our...
okay, that's just a discussion, or do you need a resolution on that?
Well, it's just a discussion. What I'd like to do is bring you all, if I needed anything from you, it would be to allow us to get a price, to find out what it's going to cost, and,
store it.
I want to make sure we're in the real world with the restoration. I don't think it would be a lot, but because a conservator has to do the work, I'm not very familiar with the cost of that. I'm hoping that we could also save money, because if our contractor has all the heavy equipment already on site, the conservator would really only have to dedicate themselves to the restoration, and then we can install it with our contractors. So I think it'll be cost effective.